Good day. This is Orasa Akodie, reporting for All Power TV. All Power, we come here to learn. Like I keep telling everybody, All Power TV, when we come here, we want to talk about issues, we talk about history, we talk religion, politics, ethics, aesthetics, philosophy, and even whimsical talks. This your servant, this your brother, Orasa Akodie, reporting for All Power TV. And I want you to subscribe to my channel, All Power TV on YouTube. We need more subscribers, and please share until it's unshareable. This is Orasa Akodie. Okay, so today I want us to talk about this very great American president. He's a great guy, and I would hope that by the end of this episode you would get something out of it, and you would make some great use out of it. This guy's name Harry Truman, the great American president. He was the president from 1945 to 1952. So this is it. He was a guy that everything else had gone so bad for him. If you talk about something going horrible in life, this guy had met pretty much everything, every horrible thing in life that a person can go through. Harry S. Truman. So he enlisted in the army. He fought in the First World War, and I wouldn't say he was a brilliant guy, but he was just he was just around the corner. He wanted to go to West Point, but he had a poor eyesight to the point that his glasses were as thick as a pancake, and because of that, this guy couldn't enlist at West Point. So this is what happened. He came out of the army. He did pretty much every menial job that you can ever think about. Nothing was going so well for him. You will say that privately he failed miserably. Harry S. Truman. He even had a laundromat business and he failed. He did farming, he failed. He did banking, he failed. Eventually he became a judge. He became a county judge. And it's so sad, his life is like, some historians characterize him as like he's so singularly unambitious in life. You look at him, he looks so scrawny looking, thick eyeglasses, poor eyesight, and you wouldn't assume or even think about him holding a position in your family, let alone like holding the biggest position like on the planet. So this is Harry S. Truman that I'm talking about. And they used to call him the small midget man from Missouri. And it's like in 1934 he only ran for Senate because there was a strange circumstance that happened around the time that he was running for Senate. He actually never wanted to run for Senate because he thought he wasn't good enough. At that time, he was a county judge, and he thought it was okay. He has failed pretty much in every business, so he thought running for a county judge is okay. He's secured enough, at least for retirement. So around that time, there was this Democratic state boss called Pendergast, who happened to be his distant relative. So four of the candidates that Pendergast fielded to be the Democratic nominee, Senate nominees, they all dropped out of the race. He put one there, he dropped out. Second one, he couldn't qualify. Third, he couldn't. Fourth, he couldn't qualify. Harry S. Truman was the fifth pick. He was like, you know what? He's just my family member. He's a judge. Let me throw him out there. He threw him there, and he won. This guy who has failed every ambition in his life, this guy who has failed every endeavor in his life, finally won a seat, a Senate seat. But people thought that Pendergast had like stuffed the ballot boxes or something like that. So when he went to Congress, they called him they didn't call him the senator from Missouri. They said the senator from Pendergast. No one regarded this guy. So let's see what happened. In 1940, when he was running for re-election, even FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, did not even support him. Most of his allies, even his Missouri allies, did not support him for his Senate election. Guess what happened? He won again. This tiny midget guy, unassuming, someone you would never even think that he can do anything in life, who has failed every endeavor in his life. He won re-election in 1940. Wow, that was great. So this is what happened. 1944, Democrats are having their convention in Chicago. And mind you, FDR had run through 2 vice presidents. The second one, he had fallen out of favor with the party bosses, so they didn't want him. They were looking for a savior. So FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, he went to this guy, this tiny midget man from Missouri. He went to him like, hey, Senator, come here. I want you to contest for the vice presidential nominee and run with me. And as outspoken as this guy was, Harry Truman, he told FDR, get the head out of my face. I don't want to do anything with you. Okay? He told FDR straight, I don't want to do anything with you. Get the hell out of my face. So FDR also responded, okay, so if you want to see the Democratic Party split in the middle of the greatest war you've ever had, you go ahead and do it. So I guess he went to his hotel room, and the following day he came and it's like, you know what, I'm going to respond to the call of duty. I'll run for the vice president ticket with you. So this is what happened. He ran and he won. He became the vice presidential nominee to Franklin Roosevelt. As luck will be on his side, they both ran. He ran for his 4th term. FDR ran for his 4th term, and he won. And this midget man from Missouri, from Pendergast, became the vice president of the United States. And sometimes you look at your life and you're gonna think that, why are things always going so bad for me? I've tried every business, I've failed. I've tried every endeavor, anything that a man can fight and strive for, I've failed. You may have failed in your marriage, in your job, in academics, in raising your kids, financially. I want to encourage you. I would wish you can take a page from this guy's life. How he came from Independence, Missouri, out from nowhere, and he's now the vice president of the United States. And the story doesn't end there. 82 days after he became the vice president of the United States, FDR died. And now he became the president of the United States. This unassuming guy, he looks also like he doesn't look strong enough. He doesn't look fit, and he had a southern accent. And he became the president of the United States 82 days after becoming the vice president. And it was so sad that when he became the vice president, FDR had no regard for him, so he never included him in any of his meetings, any of his daily briefings. He never included him. He never briefed him on anything. He met him once or twice. As his vice president, he kept him to the Senate. You deal with the Senate. You be the tiebreaker. I'm going to handle the most important stuff. And 82 days later, this guy is dead. Now the burden of the entire country was on him. He didn't know anything about Russia, about Europe, about Asia, about the war that was going on. He's inherited something that he wasn't prepared for. Such is life. Now he has to deal with Joseph Stalin. He has to deal with Hitler. He has to deal with the Japanese, deal with the Italians. Wow. So this is what happened. He got a call to come to the White House, and Eleanor Roosevelt asked, as soon as he came to the White House, it's like, okay, we're so sorry to announce you the death of the president, and it looks like you're going to be the next president. So after he got sworn in, he asked Eleanor Roosevelt, what can I do for you? And Eleanor Roosevelt responded, you have the burden of the entire country on you now. The question we should be asking is, what can we do for you, Mr. President? Wow. So let's see. This simple man from Missouri, unassuming, no background, no great political background. He's failed everything in his life. Now he's the president of the United States. He has to deal with Joseph Stalin. He has to deal with the Koreans. He has to deal with the Italians. He has to deal with the Germans. Some people think he is the greatest American president. That's what some historians are saying. Let's see how he did. So it's like he kind of strengthened this term. I'll say he highlighted it most. The buck stops here. He had a sign on his desk that said the buck stops here. Why? Because he felt that everything that happened in America rested on his shoulders. And for that matter, he was going to own up to the task and just make things happen. That is this guy that no one even thought about. Guess what happened? Within a few days, the atomic bomb was, boom, one time, ended the war. And it's so sad that FDR never even taught him anything. He never even mentioned that there was a project going on in New Mexico, that there was something like an atomic bomb. Never. Because he thought there was no way in hell this guy could ever be the president. He just took him there because he needed something. He needed someone. But now he had a burden, and now he had to use the atomic bomb. The buck stopped with him. So I don't know, sometimes the people we don't value in life, the people we don't cherish in life, the people we don't even want to think could be able to make it in life, they are the ones who mostly end up bearing the troubles in families, bearing the troubles in, let's say, in most institutions. This guy was a straight shooter, but you look at him physically, he was nothing. Look at him physically. He was like it was so sad that even his mother-in-law never respected him throughout his life. Before he got married, after he got married, when he was failing business upon business upon business, his mom-in-law thought this guy would amount to nothing. Even when he became the president, the mother-in-law never respected him. Wow. Because she thought this guy was nothing. He was the most powerful guy on the planet. And the mom-in-law always thought, Truman, you never amount to anything. But he did so well. He started civil rights. And let's look at this way. It got to a point that Republicans coined the term, to err is Truman. To err is Truman. Instead of saying to err is human, they said to err is Truman. Because this guy was a daredevil. He feared nothing. When he made up his mind, he was going for the gold. This strange little man from Independence, Missouri. And let's see, he became the president. He would use the atomic bomb. Republicans are using this campaign mantra, to err is Truman. 1948 came, elections. Everyone thought, oh, this guy is never going to be anything. He was only there. He was an accidental president. He was only there because FBI picked him accidentally. He was only there. He became a senator because 4 people decided that they were not going to run for Senate. He only won re-election just by like a stroke of luck. Let's see. Republicans had a strong contender, Dewey. Months before the election, the day of the day before election, the day of the election, the polls where he was 11 points behind. Everyone thought Truman was dead. Everyone thought Truman could never make it. Guess what happened? He won by a huge margin. Truman won the election. This time with his name on the ticket. 1948 ticket. Wow. This unassuming man. This, if it was in Africa, we could call him like some villager from the hinterlands. Is now the president of the United States. And his life had challenged me so much. Even starting from his birth. When he was born, his parents couldn't figure out like a middle name for him. They wanted to the dad wanted to name him after his father. The mom also said, why don't you name him after my father? They were kind of struggling, so they eventually said, okay, wait, your father's name starts with ship, and my father's name starts with my father's name is Solomon, your father's name is Ship. They all start with S, so we're gonna put S there, so that like the S could be anything. So Harry S. Truman, the S did not mean anything, it just meant S. So his middle name was not like Harry Solomon or something, it was Harry S. Truman. The S meant nothing. Sometimes certain things that certain names our parents give us does tend to have an impact on our lives. His middle name meant nothing, just a common S. I wish you could take a page from this guy's life story. That sometimes life throws you so many odd curveballs. Life can be the hardest, the meanest, like it can give you every bitter, sour taste. But what you have to do is hold your convictions strongly. Okay? If you can take a page from this guy's life, he came from nowhere. Things started falling like out of place, but when his time came, things started working well for him. I don't know what you're going through in life. I don't know what it is that you're doing that it's like you think, oh my goodness, I have the worst break in life. Life is not good. I'm divorced. I'm this, I'm that. But if you hold strongly to your convictions, know the God who's called you. Trust me, things will work for you. My name is Ura Sarkodie. Like I keep telling you, subscribe to my show, share until it's unshareable. We need more subscribers on All Power TV. God bless you and stay blessed, and see you some other time. Bye bye.